I'm Dave Werhane, Director of the National Scouting Museum, and welcome to Artifact of the Week. Today we're going to cover part 3 of our series on merit badges. And from the beginning, merit badges were designed to be an invitation to an exciting new subject with hands-on experience. Now, in order to be prepared, the scout needs to start somewhere. And with merit badges, it starts right here, the merit badge pamphlet. Now you might think that merit badges and merit badge pamphlet go hand in hand, but that hasn't always been the case. As a matter of fact, back in 1910, there was no merit badge pamphlet. All there was a list of the original 14 merit badges in the Boy Scout handbook and, in paragraph form, what the requirements would be to earn those badges. Now, as we mentioned before, those badges were neither awarded nor earned by any scouts that we know of. In 1911, when the Boy Scouts of America introduced the new BSA handbook, it listed 57 merit badges, and it used a format that we still use today in those merit badges, and that was listing the requirements in a numbered list format. Now those 57 merit badges stayed the same for about the first 2 years, and then around 1914, they started adding merit badges, 1 or 2 every couple of years. And soon it became quite apparent that listing the requirements was just not enough. For you see, there was no other information available by the Boy Scouts of America for those merit badges except the actual requirements. It was up to the scout and their leaders to go out and find the relevant information that they wanted to use to work on those merit badges. And that wasn't always easy. Many scouts lived in rural areas, and going to the library was a pretty far journey. We didn't have the internet that we do today, and the library or other experts were pretty remote and tough to find. The lack of uniform information led to substantial continuity issues for scouts earning the same merit badge across the country. And by 1916, the BSA realized it could do much better in helping scouts as they learned about and earned these merit badges. So the BSA decided it would enlist volunteer subject experts to write and produce individual pamphlets for each merit badge listed in the BSA handbook. The goal was that these pamphlets would contain accurate and current information so scouts across the country could all be using the same data to work on the same merit badges. Here's an example of one of the very first merit badge pamphlets sold in 1919. That's right, 1919. 3 years? It took the BSA 3 years to produce these pamphlets from the time they first wanted to? Why did it take so long? Well, I'll tell you why. Community service is why. Because as the United States of America entered into World War I, the BSA shifted their entire priority to supporting our country, the war effort, and our soldiers fighting overseas. But as soon as World War I ended, the Boy Scouts got right back on target and got these pamphlets out and ready to go for scouts. Early into the 1920s, the BSA decided to add a cover to the pamphlet, making it a little bit more user-friendly. Now, one of the books I find to be the most interesting merit badge book of all is the 1923 issue of Insect Life. That book was by far the most detailed merit badge pamphlet ever created, with 214 pages. Now, another interesting note about Insect Life is that the original symbol or logo used for the patch and on the book was a spider on a web. Of course, any scout who earns that merit badge can instantly tell you that a spider is not an insect, it's an arachnid. And sure enough, a scout pointed this out, and by 1925, Insect Life had changed its logo to an aphid. And for those of you still working on your Insect Life merit badge, aphids can cause substantial damage to our cereal crops in this country. Aphids feed on the sap of plants, and as they go from plant to plant, they can actually spread viruses and devastate our cereal crops, including wheat. Another interesting merit badge pamphlet and patch is the weather pamphlet. That weather pamphlet came out in 1927, and with it, it used a shooting star as its logo. It was gorgeous, it was beautiful, and we see quite a lot of those patches on those early 1930 merit badge sashes. What does the shooting star have to do with weather? Absolutely nothing. So they changed it and introduced the weather vane. Over the decades, as information, technology, and interests have changed, so have merit badge requirements and their pamphlets. And we've gone through several different cover styles and formats. One of the things I thought was very interesting is in the 1940s, we not only had this soft cover pamphlet, but we decided to wrap it in a nice hardcover, help reduce wear and tear on the books. This past week, some folks around here have asked me, Dave, what's your favorite merit badge pamphlet? As a museum director, a historian, and a biologist, I must admit that 1923 edition of Insect Life is by far my most favorite merit badge pamphlet. But as a volunteer with the local troop and a merit badge counselor, I have to say it's not really the subject or the year of the pamphlet that gets me excited. It's the condition that merit badge pamphlet is in after that scout gets done earning his merit badge. And you know what? I like to see him like this. Well worn and well used. So I hope you've enjoyed this series on merit badges. I want to leave you with a couple of things. One is our final question for your comments. I would like you to share with us, which merit badge do you regret never having earned? I also want to share with you a couple of my answers to some of these questions. Our first question was, which was the merit badge was the most fun to earn? For me, small boat sailing. What merit badge are you most proud of? I have to say masonry. 40 years later, that brick wall still looks awesome and is standing strong. And which merit badge do I regret having never earned? I have to say that it's hiking. I looked back and did some math and calculated that while I was a Boy Scout in my troop back in Illinois, we hiked over 1,000 miles together. And yet for some reason, I never earned hiking merit badge. Couldn't tell you why, but I regret it today. Thank you very much. Please make us some comments, and I look forward to seeing you next week.